What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So welcome back to another NFA video, not financial advice video. And you understand that this is not financial advice. I go through a lot of these positions to talk about, what I would invest into, when I would invest into it, why I wouldn't invest into it, and just talk about my overall situation and what I feel about the position. It's not about what you should feel and whether I recommend that you should buy it or anything. It's about whether I recommend myself to buy it. And if you feel like any information that came out of this would bring you along to buy it, I would say take a deep breath, wait a couple of seconds, figure out what's beneficial about the position for you and where you see it going without restating anything that I just said in the video. And then you can go forth and buy the position because you're doing it on your own free will to do it, not because you're hearing something that I say and it's like, oh, this is a great position or anything. So anyways, before we get started in this video, we're going to be talking about Avalanche in this video. AVAX, this is the last one on this list of coins that I put on Patreon. But yeah, if you guys want to go and, vote for yourself, you can go to the Patreon and vote for yourself. But before we get into that, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you always get updated when I post more of these update videos. But if you go over to Patreon, the link should be in the description for you to vote on the next one that's coming up, because we still have, right now, XRP is leading the way. Gala is in second, YFI is next. We have 25 votes, so a lot of people voted for XRP here, and that looks like that's going to be the next one, unless you come through with a bunch of votes somehow, some way, and want to see something on DOT or Dogecoin or anything else. We do have another list that's coming up after this gets depleted, but if you want to vote on this, sorry for the coughing, then you can go over to the Patreon and vote on that. Hopefully we don't have an issue with coughing in this video. But we're talking about AVAX in this video. So AVAX is currently at $17.33. It's up about 1.4% as of the time of recording this video. We can see that the high today was around 1763. The low was 1698. If we look at the low over the last month, the low over the last month is around 1629, high of 2188. If we go over the last year, we've seen this at $140. It was at $146 and 22 cents, and the low here was $13.79. If you look at the circulating supply, we're seeing 296 million coins that's out there, which is 41% of the total supply. The total supply is 720 million coins. And this is around, let's say, 75% of the, total supply and max supply. So max supply is 720 million. Total supply is 404 million. So we still have some that can be introduced there. We'll get into the supply information a little bit later. If we look at the market cap, we're currently sitting at a $5.1 billion market cap, fully diluted of a $12.4 billion market cap. So we know that this does have dilution in it. Anytime I see dilution or hear dilution, that's always something that does scare me, because I don't like investing into things that can decrease in value without being affected by actual investors. Now, if things are coming along where new coins are being introduced and that subsequently decreases the price, I don't like that. And I know a lot of other people will not as well. But I did invest in AVAX in the past. Did make money, a little bit of money from AVAX, but the main reason why I invested in AVAX in the past was because I was getting into Time Wonderland, and that was a loss within my portfolio or history of trading and investing in crypto. So that's something I take as a L. A small L, actually. It's not really a large one. It was only $150 that I lost. I ended up getting majority of my money back, which I made that $150 back in Jade. And Jade obviously went under, but I just sold at the right time to make, I think it was $150 or $200 or something. But I made that money back from what I lost in Time Wonderland. But either way, I still count it as a loss. It was an L. Now, if we scroll down here and we look at the chart, I do want to look at the chart and look at the market cap. We can see that, again, the price was all the way up to this $140 level. We saw this at a $28 billion market cap. Now, if we saw this at $100+ right now, it would be at way higher than a $28 billion market cap or $30 billion market cap. So that's something that's definitely an issue that we have to deal with. It wouldn't be like way higher, but it would be definitely higher because more coins do get introduced. You're seeing 41% of the supply out there versus what they did have beforehand. But it does show potential or holding potential up in some of these levels. If we're looking at certain market caps around, let's say 17 billion, if we're looking for that to get up to there, which would be a triple, right, in price. So when we do see a bull run, I expect to see something pretty big from $17 all the way up to maybe a level of $40 or $50 or whatever, right? We can see that up at right here, $80 that we can see that get to. Now, will that be the same price? Probably not, because you see more coins that are added, which means the price may be a little bit lower at the same market cap. Hopefully you're following there. But what is AVAX? Let's go into what is AVAX really quickly, and then also go into some more information. So what is AVAX? Avalanche is a layer 1 blockchain that functions on a platform for decentralized applications and custom blockchain networks. It is one of Ethereum's rivals, aiming to unseat Ethereum as the most popular blockchain for smart contracts. It aims to do so by having a higher transaction output of 6,500 transactions per second, while not compromising scalability. This is made possible by Avalanche's unique architecture. The Avalanche network consists of 3 individual blockchains: the X chain, the C chain, and the P chain. Now let's get into what that actually is. So the X chain, used to send and receive funds on the Avalanche network, which is the X chain's only function. Additionally, transaction fees are fixed to 0.001 AVAX, and X chain provides speed benefits over the C chain. X chain uses the DAG technology. Platform chain, which is the P chain, used for staking AVAX and facilitating validators activities. Users can become validators or defer to one to collect their AVAX rewards on the P chain. And then the contract chain. Avalanche's chain for decentralized finance. As it is, the chain uses smart contracts and DeFi apps. Most of Avalanche's DeFi apps are housed here and compatible with MetaMask, right? So obviously using 3 chains is something that's completely different. And the way that you can look at it, I mean, when I look at the X chain just having a certain benefit or certain output to each chain, I mean, I feel like that's definitely a win-win scenario there. But as I was reading into it, I was always thinking, like, anytime you hear layer 1, you always think of it, comparable to Ethereum, but obviously you want to see it have a lower price point than Ethereum. That's what a lot of people hate about Ethereum, is the fact that less transactions, higher fees. Obviously, with the merge and the move, you should see that start to diminish as more things are developed, throughout this process. But let's scroll down here, and what makes it unique, just as a simple reminder, what makes it unique: Avalanche attempts to solve the blockchain trilemma, which posits that blockchains cannot achieve a sufficient degree of decentralization at scale. And a consequence of this are high gas fees, as often the case on Ethereum. So obviously, having that rival of Ethereum, and I don't know how this really sits into it right now with the merge, because that's up in the air, especially with, again, all the things that are being developed. But it's definitely very, very interesting. I do want to get into the circulation piece, because this is something that I really feel strongly about all the time. So the total supply of AVAX is 720 million. Its token distribution are as follows: 2.5% seed sale within 10% release, a mainnet launch, and the rest being released every 3 months. 3.5% private sale, 10% released on the mainnet launch, and the rest being released every 3 months, 10% public sale, 10% release on mainnet launch, 15% release every 3 months or over a period of 18 months. So that's where you see all of these extra pieces that come in. You have 50% for staking rewards, 10% team release over 4 years, 2.5% airdrops released over 4 years, 5% strategic partners. So all of these different pieces that you see here create dilution. Even staking creates dilution. Yes, it's staked and it's put to the side. It's not included in the total circulating supply there. And that's probably what you're seeing here is the difference between, what's here, the 300 million here, and the 400 million that's total. You have a certain amount that's obviously staked. But the issue that you deal with there is the dilution. That's something that kills me. I do not like seeing dilution. Now, does that mean that it's not valuable? Does that mean that it's not going to get to a certain point? Well, the more time that goes along, the more that it's going to be diluted and the more that you can see this at a lower and lower price. No wonder why throughout this whole time you've been seeing it drop and consistently drop some more, even though it did come back to 28 and people were like, oh, is this on the verge of growing? Well, it started to fall back down and now you're seeing this even at a lower point at $17, $13 dollars or so. So that's definitely an issue that we play with this. Would I invest into it? It's definitely something that's tempting, but there's so many variables that could play out and we don't know how the markets are going to go. If we were confirmed to have a bull run right now, I'm sure one, everybody would invest because it's a bull run, but it would also take away from the time factor of the dilution, because the time factor of dilution is definitely an issue for me. Whenever you have something that's supposed to be paid out every 3 months or every so often, that's not really sitting well with me as a whole. But it definitely has a large amount of utility. It's just with the unknown that's going on with the Ethereum merge and things that are happening over here. I mean, the rivalry is not really something that's strong right now. We're just wondering if all cryptocurrency can survive right now. So anyways, I'm not investing into this now, but I am keeping an eye on it. Because if it does go down to a low enough point, then yes, it is definitely something that I will look into at least buying a decent sized portion of. It wouldn't be crazy like I'm throwing thousands of dollars into it. I'd probably throw hundreds, maybe a couple hundred, 200, 300 into it at like $10, right? If it gets down to that point, then that makes sense for me to make that move because short-term moves would trump any of the long-term moves that we have there. Anyways, guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Again, if you guys want to vote, go over to my Patreon. Link will be in the description. I will have the link to this if you guys want to vote on this one specifically. And then after XRP or whatever else you guys vote on, if people decide Gala, because you can still vote, if people decide Gala, well, then we'll do Gala and we'll take away Gala from this. And then the next one we'll vote on as well. So continue to have these votes, continue to update people on newer and newer cryptocurrencies. But that's my video, guys. I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video.